Y'all should already know what time it is, man. We gotta bring up the Morant build, 12 ski build in NBA 2K25. As we already know, we're gonna have the build 6'3". You can also make it 6'2" if you're gonna go for gold posterizer and small and pro contact dunks at 6'2". But we're gonna end up going for the whole thing. I'm gonna show you two different versions of this build. There's gonna be one with a 96 driving dunk, and there's gonna be one with a 93 driving dunk, but it's gonna have a little bit more scoring ability and defense. Now, what we were first gonna start off with is gonna be the 96 driving dunk Morant build. Sitting at 6'3", 188 pounds and 6'9" wingspan. The only reason I have the actual weight this way is because I'm going to have strength on my Morant build like I did last year. If you don't care about having strength on your build, hey, you don't got to upgrade it. This is one thing is I can tell you, do not upgrade it if you don't want to upgrade strength on your build. I just know I want to get strong handles, so I'm going to upgrade strength on my build. Now with the Morant build, like I said, we're going to have a 93 driving dunk version so you can get posterizer on gold, but we're going to have a 96 driving dunk version that's going to get Hall of Fame posterizer with elite contact dunks off too. So this build is going to be able to get pro contact dunks, small contact dunks, elite contact dunks off too, and you're going to be able to have the straight arm tomahawks because that takes a 95 driving dunk. Now with this build, we're not going to be able to have a super high crazy layup to be able to unlock his layup package if you want his layup package, but we have a build that you'll be able to do that with as well. We're going to end up putting this around 80, nothing too crazy. You still get the Trae Young layup, you still got a few layup packages you can mess around with. Now I would love to end up getting floater game higher than what it is, but we just gotta rock out with that. We worried about getting on that rim with this type of build, especially at this height. This is a decent size height for a guard build that can slash, especially if you like playing on small guards. Now when we have a 96 driving dunk, we're gonna have an 80 layup, an 81 close shot, since close shot is so tied into dunking and layup this year. And I did end up taking a peek of the Morant actual NBA player template. It's somewhat similar to the build I'm showing you right now, but the thing is with this build, it has more defense than what the actual NBA template does. And for the mid-range, we're gonna have an 89 that's gonna end up getting you set shot specialist on gold, mini marksman on silver, shifty shooter is gonna be higher than this, just I gotta touch the agility so I can get it on silver, and then you got dead eye on silver. But if you want these badges a little bit higher and you don't want to break the bank, all you gotta do is try to push this to at least 91 and use a cap breaker to get into 92 if you end up getting starter 3. And when it comes down to the shooting aspect of NBA 2K25, I'm gonna be honest, it's very similar to NBA 2K24. It seems like it's a little bit easier if you definitely do high reward like timing on NBA 2K25. So we're gonna rock out with a 77 3-pointer. Last year I was cooking out with a 76 3-pointer. So just imagine using that green or miss actual setting and you can be able to knock down shots consistently since you get a lot of great bases since you have an 89 mid-range. Now for the playmaking and the ball handle, we're gonna have a 75 pass accuracy. I would love to have an 80, but since we got a 96 driving dunk, this is going to end up locking up our build if we end up going anything higher. You can go 75, possibly 77, 78 is literally pushing it, but just know you're gonna have to sacrifice. It's based on what ball handle rating do you want. The only things I would choose between is 92 and 95. But if you like certain badges, like, oh, I want ankle breaker on 93, get it gold, or I want handles for days on Hall of Fame and ankle breaker on Hall of Fame, go 94, 95 to end up getting that. So that's where you got to pick between. Ankle breaker this year definitely works. I don't know if they're going to tone it down, but ankle breakers are prevalent in the game. Like I've seen a few people get dropped. I even got cooked one time with an ankle breaker. Like those ankle breakers are really dangerous this year. Now with the lightning launches, we're going to have a 91 speed with ball on Hall of Fame. And you will be able to unlock every dribble style in the game that's available for a 6'3" build. Now you'll be able to unlock the Kyrie Irving, the Damian Lillards, all those type of players, but you will also touch the Jalen Greens and things like that. Now when it comes to the physicals, I'm gonna end up putting the physicals to 83 agility and an 86 speed. Then you know what, we are upgrading the strength on this build to a 65 for strong handles. Now a lot of you guys might not care about strong handles, like I said at the beginning of the video, so you don't have to put the strength up if you don't want to, but also I did that for physical finisher as well. Get that on bronze. And you know we can't forget about the vertical, so we can be able to get those contact dunks with that 96 driving dunk. Now you can stop at 82 driving dunk if you want to, but if you're someone that cares about contact lobs, small contact lobs, you need an 85 vertical for the small guards contact lobs. But if you don't care about the small contact lobs, just stop at 82 vertical. Don't waste extra attribute points on the actual small contact lobs if you don't care about it. But I wanted to make sure that you'll be able to unlock almost everything when it comes to slashing. When it comes to pro contact dunks off 1 and 2, small contact dunks off 1 and 2, and then you got elite contact dunks off 2, and you will unlock every contact dunk animation when it comes to alley-oops. Now with the defense, we have perimeter. We got a nice, I'm gonna end up messing around with this. You're gonna have 71 perimeter. I know it's not the best, but you get challenger on bronze. I wish I could get higher to get that 82, but I would have to sacrifice a lot. That means with the drive and dunk, with the playmaking, you have to sacrifice a lot when it comes to trying to get that higher, but you do get interceptor on silver. And I'm gonna be honest, I've seen a few little guards out there with interceptor on silver, or even out there with a 73 actual steal, literally laning stuff. Literally, when I say laning, 6'3", 6'2", jumping in lanes with people with decent pass accuracy, 75 to 80. Even I see somebody throw an 85 pass accuracy pass and they get laned by a small guard. But now this is another option if you wanted to have a higher block and have a higher offensive rebound, or just rebound in general on your build. You have to sacrifice your steal. That's literally the only way. If you want rebound on your build, you gotta sacrifice your steal, because steal takes a lot of attributes. I would say go with the one I showed you before, having that 71 actual perimeter and then having a 73 steal to get that interceptor. I don't know if interceptor on bronze is gonna do the job, but that's up to you if you want to end up trying that. I prefer trying to at least go silver, but for the actual takeovers you get above the rim. You're gonna end up getting bucket, you're gonna get dribble wizard, you're gonna get feathery touch, you're gonna get finisher, kryptonite, mixtape, smooth operator, ankle breaker, clinic, driver, finesse, flash, midi maestro, and slice. And all these takeovers that you're really seeing are going to have to do with dribbling, slashing, with a little bit of mid-range. But for the name of the build they're gonna end up giving us, we got shades of Steve Francis, Ja Morant, and Terry Rozier. But the name, we're very familiar with this name. We got the same name that we got in NBA 2K24, and they're gonna end up calling us a mid-range slasher. I would like to see something else, like a mid-range slashing pointer, something like that. Just an extra mid-range slashing guard, just a little extra. But hey, I take it. We got Ja Morant as a shade for this type of build, and every time I usually do a Ja Morant build, we usually get the shade of Ja Morant. But for the next build, you're gonna see I did end up doing the 93 drive and dunk, so we could be able to get the pro contact dunks off 1 and 2, and we'll be able to get the small contact dunks off 1 and 2. We're gonna be able to get elite contact alley-oops, small contact alley-oops, and we're gonna get pro contact alley-oop. And remember what I told y'all earlier, if you do not care about the small contact alley-oops, do not put your vertical to 85. There's no point. The highest that you put your vertical is 80 with this one. If you got a 93 drive and dunk, you can put your vertical to 80 if you don't care about the small contact alley-oops. But if you care about small contact alley-oops, go 85 vertical. But with this build we're on, we're gonna have a 93 drive and dunk. If you want to get an 88 to be able to get float game on go, you go there. You get every layup package in the game basically with an 88 layup. But 87 is good. That's where you unlock Ja Morant, the Devin Bookers, all those layup packages like that, which Devin Booker is still one of the best layups in the game. And you're gonna notice that I'm gonna save a lot of attributes to end up getting stuff on defense compared to the last build. We had interceptor on silver. That's cool and all, but I'm gonna end up turning up a notch with this build. We must save attributes and be able to go crazy in every category that we really need. Now when it comes to the speed and agility, we're gonna have an 86 speed, 80 agility, 65 strength, 85 vertical like I told you. But if you don't care about having small contact dunks, go 80 vertical and stay some actual attributes. And like I told y'all boys in the earlier build, this one is gonna have better shooting. This one gonna have better shooting badges. Let me get that right. We're gonna end up having a 91, or you can go 92 mid-range. You get dead eye on gold, you get mini marksman on silver, set specialist on gold, and you got shifty shooter on gold. Now if you don't care about the dead eye and you want to save attributes and use that as a cap breaker later in life when you end up hitting starter 3 or veteran 2 and then legend, you can end up doing something like that to make this build insane. You can end up saving those badge points if you want to, but I'm gonna go with 91 and with a 77 3-pointer. 77 3-pointer is a cool little threshold. If you want to end up going a little more crazy with this and you don't want to slack on the defense, you can go 83 3-pointer and get limitless on bronze. Now with the playmaking, we got a 75 pass accuracy. I'm gonna end up doing a 92 ball handle. Now the last one had a 95. We're gonna go with 92 ball handle. The only thing is gonna be different, we're not gonna have Hall of Fame handles for days, and we're not gonna have ankle breaker on Hall of Fame. But you gotta decide if you wanna go 92 ball control or 93. Ankle breaker works this year, so if you wanna really catch some ankles, you go 93. Just know you have to sacrifice on like maybe rebound or something like that. But hey, if you wanna end up rocking out with the 92 and you cool with silver ankle breaker, do that. Speed with ball, going with 90, 91 to get the lightning launches on Hall of Fame. Now when it comes to the defense, you know we got to end up making sure it's right. We're going to have a 50 interior defense, we're going to have a 75 perimeter, and then we're going to have a 85 steal on this build. With an 85 steal, you get interceptor on goal. Interceptor on goal is insane on this game, so just imagine Hall of Fame and legend on an actual lock build. I do have block on this build. We're gonna go with 60. I'm gonna end up dropping at 66 so I can end up getting a 60 rebound, because I know some of you guys do want to have at least rebound chaser on bronze, but that's cool. Now if you're someone that wants that 93 ball handle and you want that ankle breaker on gold, just know you're gonna have to sacrifice your actual rebound on this build. Now look, we got a 75 perimeter and then we got an 85 actual steal. I feel like if you want to end up playing better defense, I'm gonna end up going with the 6'3 with a 93 drop and dunk versus the 6'3 with a 96 drop and dunk. That's going to be more offensive based than this one. Now even if you do change a few things and get that 93 ball handle, just know your rebound is gone. You're gonna have a 45 rebound on this build if you end up doing something like that. Now for the takeovers that you're gonna end up getting, now it's only like 3 new takeovers that you get, because now you have a high layup and now you have a higher steal. And the layup takeover is called Layup Guru. That's a cool little takeover, but the next takeovers are going to be lockdown takeovers. You're gonna have Swiper and then you're gonna end up getting Claw. Now these are the ones that's going to end up giving you a 99 steal when you end up getting to level 5, when you end up getting these attribute boosts for end up getting to these certain levels. But the build you're going to end up getting, you're still going to get the same names. We got everything else, but we're going to get the name mid-range slasher again. Now for these 2 Ja Morant builds, let me know in the comment section how y'all feel. Let me know, should we go 96 drop and dunk or should we go 93 drop and dunk with better defense? In the comment section down below. If you haven't yet, make sure y'all boys drop a like, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure you turn notifications. Hopefully this video end up helping y'all boys figure out how y'all gonna make a Ja Morant build on NBA 2K25, and make sure y'all check out the 2 videos on the screen, man.